here we are back in the Philippines, Manila to be precise, Metro Manila. I'm actually in an area close to BGC right now. If you've seen my last videos, I was here about, I don't know, 4 months ago or so. And so I've decided to come back to the Philippines to finish my adventures here in the Philippines for this year of 2023. So I'm going to be here for about a month or so, I think, maybe a little bit more. But right now I am in search of a SIM card because I arrived here very late last night. It was quite the adventure getting here. I actually came from Japan and man, I'm exhausted. So we're gonna work our way over into BGC where it's less noise polluted. I took a little turn here on the way to BGC where it's a little bit more quiet, so I figured I'd film here and walk and talk a little bit because I haven't actually been filming anything for the past few weeks. Like I was just saying, I was just in Japan. Before that I was in South Korea. Then before that I was in Vietnam. Hello, how's it going? And yeah, I filmed videos in Vietnam, as you can see, but in Japan and South Korea, I didn't film any videos. I just used that as a chill, nice vacation, meeting with family, and taking it easy. So now I'm back to the filming for the end of this year here in the Philippines, which should be some pretty good videos. I'm pretty excited, but I'll tell you what, like I said, I'm exhausted and I'm in need of some sort of, I don't know, maybe caffeine, maybe some food to just regenerate my health. So last night I left Japan at about 8 p.m. at night and arrived here to Manila at about midnight, but there is an hour change of a difference, so you come back in time. So technically when I arrived here in Manila, it was more like 1 a.m. for me. And so by the time I left Manila, or by the time I left the airport and came to my hotel, I was super tired. Here I am, I'm almost at BGC. You can see there's some high rises in the background over here. So where I'm actually coming from is a very local area. There are none of those high rises. You'll have a few maybe that are made of concrete and stuff, but nothing really crazy and extravagant like you will find in the BGC Makati area. But that's where I'm staying and going to BGC to get the SIM card, as I said, because I came here from the airport last night with no SIM card. But already this is my first like 20 minutes out walking, and it's really interesting to see how the contrast is. Like over there on the side of the road, you have the really local way of living where house is on top of house on top of house. And then over here, when you cross the road, you're gonna have more high-rise buildings, which is a whole different way of living. I'm in the right direction here. Uptown, Bonifacio, we got Market. That is where I am headed. So you might be wondering, why did you not get a SIM card at the airport, right? Well, pretty much every country I've ever gone to, I never get it at the airport unless it's a very, very affordable, cheap price. At the airport, the SIM cards are outrageous compared to what they are here in the city. In the city, you can pay like $1 or $2, I think, for a SIM card, and then do your low data and get the plan that you need. And then it's very, very cheap overall, maybe 10 bucks or something, right? At the airport, it's like 30 bucks minimum. So I never get it at the airport because it's too expensive. And so today is kind of like a first day, get settled in, first impressions again, just enjoying the Filipino life here. And I didn't film so much coming from the area that I was in because I was trying to feel it out. Just get a lot of stairs, maybe not a lot of foreigners over in that area, but that's okay. Got to be a little respectful and not put the camera on people, so just feel it out first, and that's what I'm doing. But here in BGC, you can take the camera and go everywhere because, let's face it, it's a very photogenic place over here, and I don't think you're going to offend too many people by having a video camera out. Hello. This lady is jogging up this hill. I'm dying over here. And you know what? I came from Japan and the weather was like every day 21 degrees on average. Here it's like 30, I think. I'm sweating. Forgot what it's like to be in the heat, but it's all good. All right, gotta find my way here. I don't even know where I'm going. So let's take a look at the sights while I walk here. Got some nice, colorful condos, it looks like, or apartment buildings. You got some glass high rises in the background there. Very beautiful. All right, I gotta find Market because that's where the smart PLDT store is, I believe. So it's somewhere over here. All right, guys, I've reached Market here over by BGC. Actually, just stopped into the mall. Got a SIM card here. Now, I remember from last time, the SIM card situation here is so difficult, kind of. So here, you just go in there, you pay 40 pesos for the SIM card. At the airport, they're charging you a crazy amount, right? But 40 pesos, and then you have to find some Wi-Fi to get online and register your SIM with your passport number and stuff like that, which is pretty straightforward once you get online. But the problem is, like I stated before in my other videos, it's not easy to find free Wi-Fi here. A lot of the free Wi-Fi that is available, there is a lot of Wi-Fi available, but they want you to put in your Filipino number in order to get access to the Wi-Fi. So it's so difficult, but I got it, so I just gotta find Wi-Fi now. Maybe a Starbucks cafe or something. That's probably the best option. So just gonna walk along the area here. As you can see, we're gonna get in a little bit deeper now and find a place to sit down. I just asked the security guard over there off camera if there is a Starbucks, because I could go for some Starbucks. So that's what I'm gonna go for. He said it's down here across the street. You just have to walk a little ways. Not very far at all, but as you can see, this area here, this is the beginning of Bonifacio High Street, I believe, or whichever the name is, I kind of forget. But very quiet right now. It's morning time. It's about, I think, 11:30 right now. So there's not many people out. Restaurants are pretty much just opening now. And to give you guys a little bit of an idea, it is only Thursday, so it's Friday Junior, you know. It's not too busy yet. I'm sure in the evening it'll be busy here. I remember last time when I was here, it did get pretty busy. Now the only problem is I'm hoping this Starbucks has Wi-Fi, because sometimes they do not. I have found that during my last visit here to Manila, so really hoping they have Wi-Fi so I can get the SIM card registered. Then I pretty much have no problem. I can order the motorbikes to get around the city and not just walk or rely on taxis or the tricycles. Maybe I misunderstood the guy. Maybe he said cross 2 streets. I'm not really sure. But like I said, it's been like 4 months, maybe 5 months since I've been here. So I'm trying to remember. I was only here briefly for 1 day in this area. I spent the rest of the time in Makati and other places, but yeah, I don't quite remember exactly where things are here. So I'm feeling a little bit lost without data. But man, I just love it. Like the big city here, the modern side of it, the clean side of it. Like, look at it. And I'll also tell you guys more about why I'm not actually staying right here. You can probably guess. I mean, look around you, it's fancy, right? But I wish one of these days soon. Man, I think I had what, maybe 5 hours of sleep the other night. Last night I had like 6 hours of sleep, and many of you might be thinking, oh, that's not that bad. Well, for me, I really prefer a solid 8, maybe 9 sometimes, to feel optimal, to feel ready to have a full day ahead of me of energy. Oh, look at the little cat, just sleeping. I think he's the security guard's partner. All right, here we are. Gonna go in here, really hoping they have Wi-Fi. Really need it. Hello. Do you have Wi-Fi too?
You don't have a Wi-Fi?
Craving or Central Square. Central Square? It's down this way?
Yeah, down this way, and then go inside the mall, 2nd floor.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
There's a Starbucks there, maybe they have Wi-Fi.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, I had a strong feeling that was gonna happen. Did not have free Wi-Fi. I just don't get it. I said this last time in my videos, like, how can you have a cafe shop and with no Wi-Fi? It's just crazy to me. It's really crazy. But I understand a lot of people probably have good data, so they can just hotspot to the computer, which is sufficient enough. But man, I feel like every cafe needs Wi-Fi. The search continues. All right, well, successfully found Wi-Fi, sort of, right? I'm actually here in this Starbucks here, and the young people that are working here, they helped me activate my SIM card. They basically gave me the hotspot to their phone, and I was able to register it, and now I'm connected. So now I have a little bit of data, a little bit of calling and text until I need to reload
But the Starbucks here also doesn't have Wi-Fi, like I was saying, because a lot of these places just don't have Wi-Fi. But the people of the Philippines are just so friendly and helping me out. And I want to tell you more about that because my journey coming from the airport to my accommodation early this morning or last night, 2 a.m. or so, was a little bit crazy like it was last time. And the people saved me. So the people are just the best here in the Philippines. I'll tell you more about it once I eat and drink some coffee. I got a nice cold brew here. I think this might be the last coffee I have. I think I'm gonna do another caffeine break because it's always good to have a break once in a while. And got myself a nice little bagel. I haven't had a bagel in, God, I don't know how long, probably since last time I was in the US. But yeah, gonna sit down, chill, do some work. Need to catch up on the YouTube stuff. I really have been missing on that, my comments and whatnot. But I'll see you guys soon outside so we can explore more of this area of BGC in the first day back in Manila, or back in the Philippines.
All right, guys, just finished up with my coffee there. Here is a nice window that outlooks to the area of High Street. Man, it's just so beautiful. I just love this area, even though it's only my second time here. Technically second day because the first time I came here like 5 months ago, like I said, I was only here for a day, a few hours in this area. So this is the second time, but man, it's just so stunning. I just love how this area looks, how it feels. It's very different than anywhere else I've been in the Philippines so far. Maybe there are other cities like this or other districts, but we're gonna get out there, we're gonna explore, and I'm gonna tell you more about arriving here in Manila again for the third time. This is the third time in the Philippines. So behind me, that's the building I was just in, the mall. There was a Starbucks in there. But as I was saying, the girl up there in the Starbucks, the woman that was working, she was very friendly. She helped me actually register my SIM card by hotspotting me her data because I told them I needed Wi-Fi, and that mall actually didn't have Wi-Fi. But I'm thinking, if you get a SIM card, you can put the SIM card in your phone. It will automatically give you some messages saying thank you for getting a SIM card, which I believe is enough to have a number. So once you have the SIM card, once you put it into your phone, you technically have a phone number. So I think you can actually register it on any of the Wi-Fis, the free Wi-Fis, because you have a number to receive that code. So it's possible to do that. It's just that this mall didn't have the Wi-Fi. The Starbucks over there didn't have it. So if I found another mall with free Wi-Fi, I think I could do it because I had the SIM card. So I could have done it probably earlier where I bought the SIM card, but the officer that, or the security guard that bought the SIM card for me at the Smart PLDT store where you can get it, he just took 40 pesos from me. He got me the SIM card and then told me I can go do it somewhere. So anyways, got it all figured out now. Got the SIM card, which is great. And I'm just sitting here in the park absorbing the fresh air and the scenery here. All right, well, I'm gonna just walk a little bit to get some more fresh air, to enjoy the environment, to explore a little bit. But I want to say, I came from Japan last night. I came from Japan at 8 p.m. I had a flight about 8 p.m. Got here at midnight, as I was saying. And getting from the airport to here is never really a difficult problem at all because the Wi-Fi in Manila airport is actually pretty strong and pretty reliable. So if you don't have a SIM card, you can just pretty much order your Grab car and go to where you need to go. The problem is when you get to where you need to go, checking into your accommodation can be challenging. So what I experienced for the second time now is that my Airbnb here is like behind a gate. So it's not access to the public, so you actually need to talk to the host or whoever to let you in. Well, if you don't have a SIM card, you can't actually get in and talk to them, so that's the problem. Or you can't contact them to have them let you in. So that's what happened to me again during this time here. I basically got to the gate, couldn't contact the host. It was 2 a.m. in the morning, so they were sleeping, but we agreed to meet at a certain time because I paid a extra fee or a late check-in fee to be able to show up after midnight. So I told them I would be there at this time within this like 30-minute buffer that they should, you know, watch for me. But the host was saying to contact the caretaker. He gave me the phone number. I tried to contact them when I arrived to the airport, but the phone number is just local and they don't use Airbnb. They just use a local number. So there was no way for me to actually call them or message them because On Wi-Fi, you can only do iMessage, as I have an iPhone, so you can only go iMessage to iMessage. And the fact that they didn't have WhatsApp made it impossible to contact them. So when I arrived at the Airbnb, I was just sitting there for like 20 minutes, like stranded. So basically what I did is, I didn't film any of this, by the way, because lately as I've been traveling on airplanes and going to the next destination, I've just not been feeling the whole filming. Just wanted to get there and get it over with. But basically what I did is, this was a local street, there were people going up and down. I just started asking people, hey, do you speak English? Can I use your phone to call this number? Because I didn't have data. And after about 3 or 4 tries, one guy was like, yes, you can use my phone. I don't have any data or any minutes for you to call, but I'll load it up onto my phone now so you can do it. So that's what I did. But the people here in the Philippines are so friendly, as I was saying. You know, just there in the cafe, the lady hotspotted her Wi-Fi to me, and I was able to register my stuff while she's just sitting there working, which is nice. The guy at the Airbnb just randomly loads up his own phone with some minutes and lets me use his phone to call my caretaker. So that's what's nice about the Philippines, is the hospitality, and everyone knows that. But now I'm gonna walk across the street and explore. There's these nice high-rise buildings. I would love to stay in one of them, but man, are they expensive. Oh, looks like they're building another one of those 3D billboards there. Like they have there, that's a 3D billboard. But that one wasn't there last time I was here, so that one's new. Oh yeah, and that building is Central Square, as I can see, so that's where I was in. But wow, I remember last time I was here, there was like a market on the road. That's not here. Interesting. Now guys, I don't know really anything about this BGC area other than the fact that last time I was here and I walked around, I just realized like it's such a livable area, a small little area that you feel like you can stay and not go anywhere else. And also a part of the Metro Manila here that feels very different than all other parts of Metro Manila, as I was saying before. As I was saying earlier, I wanted to try to stay here for a month, like have an accommodation right here in the middle of this area, but it's really difficult. There are some accommodations such as Airbnb, but they're very expensive, and I'm on a budget here. I can't spend too much, so most of the Airbnbs I was seeing were like getting close to $1,000, I think, and that was way too much for me. So I opted for a place that's a little bit outside of here, where I had to walk about 30 minutes to get here. So it's not too far. Walking, it's a little far, yes, but I think taking a motorbike like Angkas or Joyride would be very quick if I need to come in here every day, or however much I want to come to this area. But as you can see, like the backdrop behind me is just stunning. It's just beautiful. Like I really wish I had a apartment, a condo over here, particularly probably over that way. Those ones look like condos. Over here they look like more financial buildings and stuff. It would just be nice to have like a balcony and just chill there and look out to the city, but not yet. One day. It's just not in the budget right now. So if I remember correctly now, last time I was here in this area, I really just visited High Street. I went from Market all the way down to the Burgos Circle area, which was super rich seeming, a little bit too fancy for my taste, but it was cool. I think I'm gonna check out a different area this time in this BGC district area called Uptown area, Uptown Mall. I'm gonna go that way. Check it out. As you can see, they have a sign here, BGC Citizen. Let's work together, don't litter. Help keep BGC clean. I've noticed that this area is super clean. As you can see, I mean, there's no trash really. There's lots of trash cans. There's 3 there. There's a bunch over on the other side. So this area is well maintained. And I just love the wide streets here, the big streets. Makes me feel like I'm in the US kind of. And these big streets are very similar to how it is in actually South Korea, like Seoul. When I was just there, man, the streets are huge. So going on with that sign that says don't litter, one other thing I wanted to say is I contacted my host at my Airbnb and I asked him, I said, hey, what's the best way to get to BGC? And I was like, can I take a tricycle? And he was like, no, you can't take a tricycle because they actually can't go into BGC because they're too noisy. They pollute too much, I guess, so they're not allowed to come to this area. So it's pretty cool that they restrict those from this area, as it can make the image maybe a little bit more ugly, right? And here you need more taxis or motorbikes, which is really cool. because there's many cities in the world like that where you can't drive older vehicles into a part of the city. So I like that aspect of BGC here, or this area. As you can see probably behind me, the sun is just kind of peeking through the middle of those buildings and the trees, and the sun feels so good right now. When I was in South Korea and Japan just the last 2 weeks, it was nice and sunny most of the days, but the weather was actually much more chillier, much more colder, like 21 degrees as I was saying, which felt really comfortable, to be honest. Like, you can wear shorts or pants. It's like right in that buffer zone. Here, the weather's very humid feeling. It's just like how it was in Vietnam, and I didn't realize that, you know, going to Japan, going to South Korea made me feel so comfortable, made me miss that type of like spring weather or autumn weather that you have in maybe different parts of the world, like the US and Europe and stuff like that. I really miss that. But look at that. Even here, no smoking, so they don't want you smoking in certain areas. There's like designated zones. Like, that's how it was in South Korea and Japan as well, which is super nice because no need to be throwing your cigarettes everywhere on the ground. I don't know why people do that. It's pretty disgusting and super bad for the environment. You got somebody up there cleaning the building. They're keeping these buildings nice and shiny, nice and clean. I love that. Don't need any dirty looking facades, I guess you can call it, right? The faces of the building. But I want to say another reason why I decided to come back to the Philippines is because the Philippines was, I think, the second country I ever visited outside of the US. It was 5 years ago. So now I am back. And not only was it the second country, or, you know, one of the first countries I ever visited outside of the US, but it was the first solo adventure I ever went on. So the fact that I went on a solo adventure here and had a really good time, had some highs and lows, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a place that's very close to my heart because it's a good destination to travel. I felt safe here the first time. I still feel safe here. And the people are very, very welcoming, which is really nice. So the friendliness of the people is another aspect that has attracted me back. But another point of that, or another part of that, is the English. Oh my God. After you travel the world for so long and you're in many different countries that really aren't speaking that much English, sometimes you wish just communicating in a common language. Now, some people might say, oh, well, when you go to another country, you need to speak their language, which is true. I agree. You should try to, right? But sometimes you just want that comfort of speaking your own language, right? And the thing I love about the Philippines is there are so many English speakers here. You know, so many people speak it on a fluent level. So many people can at least speak a little bit, so there's not a whole lot of trouble with trying to communicate. Of course, you'll have some people that don't speak at all, but still, it's because the Philippines, of course, has English as one of its native languages, we can say, right? One of its main languages, and it has been that way for a very long time. So that's why I'm also really happy to be back here in the Philippines, is because I don't have to really worry about a big language barrier like I had in South Korea and I just had in Japan. There were times where you go to a restaurant or somewhere and no English at all, which is difficult, but thanks to translators and applications, you know, we can get by and we can point and choose, use our body language, so that helps. But I'm super happy to be back here because already I've been hearing so much English and people have been responding to me in English, which is great. So it feels super, super nice to not have to really worry about, oh, are they gonna understand me? Am I gonna understand them? Because for the most part, it's pretty easy. It's really comfortable. But here I am, closer to the Uptown Mall area as I just looked on the maps, and we have more of these very beautiful condos. Like, look at the glass on them. Now the sun is setting over in this direction, so you can see any of the people that have units on this side, I bet you their rooms, their apartments are very toasty in the afternoon. This area here, this whole district, I guess we can say, that I'm walking through is just so spectacular. It's crazy to think, like, when I first came here 5 years ago, if you showed me this, however it looked then, I would have been like, no, that's not the Philippines, no way. Not even a chance, but it is. And it's so beautiful. I just love that you have all these different options here. But yeah, I can already assume there's probably tons of foreigners living in these apartments and these buildings. Of course, a lot of locals too, because I'm sure the rent is pretty pricey here, so there's probably a lot of digital nomads here or something like that. But wow. Now this area I'm walking on here is like just an open grass area, so I guess this will become a building someday, right in the middle, but hopefully not. It's actually nice to have a little green space right here in between these buildings, so I don't see why putting a building here would be a good idea. Of course, to make some money, right? But man, it's nice to have an open area here. It's also crazy because like I've just been walking around for like an hour or something, and so many people are like, hey, hi, how are you? Like YouTube, GoPro, like, you know, whatever. All the people are super friendly, as I've been saying. They want to chat, they want to talk, or they want to just have a quick hi, shout out, you know, something like that. You see that in a lot of people's videos here in the Philippines, and it's another thing to love about the Philippines. Wow, I remember people commenting on the YouTube videos, and even other people that have been here to Manila, to the Philippines during the last part of the year, like the last few months. Christmas is going off. The Christmas season is in full effect. All the decorations, the trees, the red, the green, it's so cool to see this, especially in a country where it's very warm all year long. So I love that the Philippines is a destination that really goes hard on Christmas. So beautiful, because Christmas is one of the best seasons and one of the best times of the year where you can just spend a lot of time with friends and family and feel comfortable. Wow, this Uptown mall area is quite fascinating. Very, very beautiful, very cool. I just walked around multiple floors of the mall. Lots of stuff to do, a lot of cool stores, a lot of shoe stuff, and many children's zones, I guess we can say, like places to play around, to go on a jungle gym. There's a movie theater in there. But this whole area is just super beautiful. Like, as you can see in the background, lots of greenery within the buildings here. There's some trees, there's trees growing up on like the roofs or the, I don't know, the decks of these parking garages over here. This is just a really beautiful area. I don't know why I didn't make it over here last time when I visited High Street. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm definitely going to be exploring more of these areas over here because it's just so beautiful, as I've been saying. Like, it just feels so comfortable with all this greenery like behind me. As you can see over here, there's many like little restaurants, little cafes and bars and places to sit along the street and just hang out and take it easy. I'm sure it gets pretty lively and there's a lot of partying and stuff, but that's actually not what I'm here for. I'm not going to be partying. One other thing I want to mention that I really love about the Philippines and Southeast Asia in general is that there's usually a lot of security presence, a lot of security guards with guns and, you know, protecting the streets and protecting the stores and stuff. Like over here, they're just out here, you know, patrolling pretty much to make sure everything is very safe. Of course, this area is built up, so they need that kind of security presence, but that just makes it feel like a very safe and secure place, which it is. I'm sure the crime rate here is very low to probably not much. I'm not 100% sure how long BGC has been in development, but it really seems like this place is booming. Like, the development process is just going super fast. There's a lot of buildings being built. They look like condominiums, maybe some are business buildings, but I just love how fast they can develop the city and make it so nice. But as you can see over here to the left, you have like a soccer field or a soccer pitch, whatever you want to call it. It's just nice. There's like all these little different things within this little area. I just walked past a car store. It was like Lexus dealership, I think. I saw earlier there was like a Lamborghini place. So you have a lot of high-end things here, a lot of high-end shopping. Probably a lot of people come here for vacation and probably just stay in this area and don't go anywhere else, which I wouldn't recommend, but it's nice. You have a little bit of everything for everybody here. Now take a look here. Another dealership right here, like at the base of this building. And then over here you have some artwork. That's another thing that helps make a city more vibrant and more livable, I'd say, so it's not so plain. You have a lot of art decal in this area as well, which is very, very beautiful. That's another thing about this area, is you have some really high-class hotels, like the Shangri-La, if that's how you pronounce it. I saw the Hyatt, there were some other places, so like you can spend quite a lot of money on one night here, or even a month or however long. So I bet you there's some huge millionaires and billionaires that come to this part of Metro Manila and stay for a while. It would be nice to stay there, but definitely can't afford that. Alright, so I don't have much battery left here, but I just stopped into a place on the high street. This is called like Food on 5th or something. A food district is right underneath the high street. And they have lots of restaurants here, lots of local, lots of foreign. And I'll tell you what, I've been craving pizza so much lately. So I just got myself a pizza. My mouth is watering just thinking about eating this, so I'm definitely gonna dive right into it. But for a slice of pizza here and a little drink, it's 189 pesos, that's $3.3. So that's a good price, especially outside of, you know, the US or somewhere. But man, I've been craving pizza so bad. I was thinking about having it the last couple weeks and I never got to it, so today's the day. So I'm gonna smash this and get back out onto the high street, finish up this video before it gets too dark. Oh, I already fucked up. Oh, I'm shaking trying to eat this. Alright guys, here we are. You can see in the background, you have the park area here, the buildings. Things are starting to light up because it's getting a little darker. The sun has kind of went way behind the buildings. You can't see the sun anymore. But so many more people are out here. It's a lot more lively. That is because it is nighttime, of course. People are done with work, done with school. How's it going? And people, that guy was just like smiling at me, so I had to say hello. But yeah, kids are done with school, and then also the temperature is dropping, so it's becoming more comfortable. Still humid, but not as hot. So I got about 12% battery left, so I think this is gonna die within the next probably 10 minutes. I'm gonna walk up here to Market and then finish the video over here somewhere. So as I've already said, it feels really good to be back in the Philippines, back here in Metro Manila. As you can see, all the lights have turned on, Christmas mode is activated. And man, it just feels wonderful to be here. So happy to at least spend the next month here in Metro Manila, exploring more around and doing the things I didn't do, you know, during my last time here. My last time here, I didn't really film too many videos, so this time I want to try to film as many as I can. So we'll see how that goes. But if you can't tell, I'm quite exhausted. I'm starting to feel the tiredness. Oh, there goes my alarm. A work alarm, but I'm not working today. But yeah, I'm starting to feel really tired. I've definitely burned through all that caffeine I had from the coffee earlier at the coffee shop. So I'm gonna head this way, almost at the end of High Street, and I'm gonna grab a motorbike back to where I gotta go because it's about a 15-minute ride or so outside of BGC. And get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so then I'm gonna do a lot of exploring this weekend, I believe. So I want to feel well rested and be ready for that. So yeah, it was some first impressions here of coming back to the Philippines for the 3rd time and back here to BGC for the 2nd time. So now I've explored this area for 2 full days, pretty much, almost 2 full days. So definitely be on the lookout for more videos, especially interacting with the local people here, which I plan to do more. Just not so much today as really feeling it out again and not really in the full vlog mood, to be honest. I think I'm not giving it my all today because I feel really drained. So there's definitely gonna be some cool videos coming, so stay tuned for those. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video from Metro Manila, the Philippines. Hello, how's it going?